but then want to be treated like a king. Even kings can get everything for free. And I'm talking about kings with true and real power couldn't get everything they wanted for free. Eventually, they had to pay too. So I don't understand why black men have this idea of, I want to be a king. Do y'all really know what it means to be a king? Did y'all just only learn about like the conquering part? Did y'all not hear that? Like, I don't know why black men whose bodies look like zeros are always out here talking. I don't know. And I don't even know why these women sat down with him to talk to him. They seem to look like they're way more educated, like more serious and like realer than him. Like, I don't even know, like professionally, like higher than him or something. I don't know why they're even sitting down talking to him. I just don't understand why black women, why y'all keep giving him a space to talk. Like, oh my God, I'd have just shut him. No, never mind.
Anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Ruth Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this.
Did you see the other black man shaking his head like, yep. They just always want to go to these $500 meals. Yep. Did y'all see that? Y'all catch that in the back? And they know that y'all can't even afford Ruth Chris. Y'all probably can't even spell it. And where is Ruth Chris located?
And you're an actor, bro. Why are you complaining about?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, he's an actor. Why? Yeah, why are you complaining about Ruth Chris? Like, shouldn't you frequent restaurants of that kind of status and caliber? Shouldn't you frequent those restaurants? Aren't those the restaurants that you go to? Because I'm pretty sure we're not gonna catch Rihanna in no, she'll go Starbucks, but that ain't a Ruth Chris. We're not gonna catch Rihanna in a TGIF Fridays.
No, catch Rihanna and Ruth Chris.
We ain't even saw Rihanna and Ruth Chris, right? I don't even know what Rihanna eat or where she dines at. That's beyond the point. The point is, like, this just reminds me that black women, honestly, black men, they don't want to give us nothing, not even decent food to nourish your body so that you can continue to treat them like a king. Because you have to be nourished, right? You have to be nourished, right? So how do you expect her to be energy, full of life, energetic, good skin, if you don't give her the nutrients that she needs, like good food? I don't understand. No, they want you like peasants so that you die off and then they bring in the next peasant. That's what they want. They want destitutes. That's why I call them drones. Y'all need to start treating these men like drones. Drone bees, for real. Look it up if you ain't read about it. Drone bees, look it up. Drone honeybees.
Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about.
He is very impressed with other cultures. Puerto Rican, Indian, Cuban, Colombian. And if y'all ever watched any shows about them and Passport Bros and watched any international news, it's not like how he thinking it. He got a fantasy in his head. That's why I say a lot of black men are delusional about these women's behavior of other races. They're very delusional. Very. But his whole premise is basically, since they're a different culture, they are better. But then try to say they're not. That's not what I'm saying.
His premise is going to be they should be better.
Right, because they are better.
No, because
he feels he's getting treated better over there.
Yeah,
because he's saying they are better. That's why the women are like, what are they doing that's so much more better than, like, black women? And he for him to sit up here and make me believe like every interaction he's had with a black woman has been negative, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. He was in a Notorious movie, which I've never seen, by the way, and I'm glad I haven't seen him, by the way, because I definitely don't want to see this man. But in a Notorious movie, I'm pretty sure there were other black female actresses there that he had a pleasant experience with. And I don't know. I'm losing brain cells.
None of they care about you and your household, even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand?
How do they care about the money, but it's not about the money? It's always about the money. That's why a lot of these women line up with ugly men like you who are zeros and their bodies look like that. It's about the money. You think it's about your character or your looks? No, bro, it is not about your character or your looks. It's about the money. They're going after the money, as they should. You're putting value on their domestication. You're putting value on their beauty. You're putting value on their culture. And they can see it. They know it. It don't look like you ever talked to some passport bros or heard about some passport bros, because a lot of them don't come back home. A lot of them are under the influence, and a lot of them have been lured to their deaths by other women because they believe that these women are so many things like you believe. But look at these, look at these black. I don't know if these women are black or not. I can't tell. But I think the one in the white shirt, she is black. Look at their body language. They looking at like, ain't he ain't no shit. He ain't no good.
What I'm trying to say is a difference, not better. But sometimes we get tired of hearing Birkin bags and sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl.
First off, let Claudia Jordan finish. I want the other black guy to be quiet. Why are you up here trying to, you look like you mad that she said that, because now it's like you're trying to like interrupt her. But Claudia is right. She's basically saying just go get the woman that you want. Look where you're looking. And I know what she mean when she said you're looking for, she gave a specific type of woman. Because usually these guys, like I said, he want a 10. The body, the face, the attitude, someone he can show off to his fellas, brag about. And on top of that, he want a younger than him too. And then he want a submissive. Like, yeah, like he want all of that. I get what Claudia is saying. She's saying you guys go after these Instagram models and you praise these Instagram models, not just Instagram, OnlyFans too. Them too. And you praise them, and then you get them and you want to like change them. She didn't say that, I'm throwing that in there. And you want to change them into that when they weren't that to begin with. It was an OnlyFans model and an Instagram model. And I'm not knocking on any of those girls either. You know what I'm saying? We don't know those girls. Just because that's a image they portray, that doesn't mean they're like that in real life. But what we do know is they're on there to make money. And a lot of them end up with men who have money that aren't good looking. And then you complain later when she wants you only for your money, but you lay with your money. He said different doesn't mean better. And I agree, different doesn't mean better. There's nothing wrong with that. But in the context that he's using it in, oh, it definitely means better. Definitely.
And through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what
All right, let's be clear. Let's get some data and some stats about regular dating apps. There are more men on dating apps than there are women on dating apps. And baddies don't use that. You know what the baddies are? They're on Instagram. They're on Twitch. They definitely on X. And they're on OnlyFans. And they're literally on like paid sites where you have to come see them and pay to see them. So let's understand when he's talking about, oh, look at the dating apps. Men are on dating apps because they're desperate. Men are on dating apps because they want women to run over. There are some men out there looking for, love, but I don't think that's all men. I really don't. And on top of that, women don't have good experiences when dating men off dating apps. There's data to support that too. And women also have experience of being stalked on dating apps and bombarded with too many messages. Like, so, sir, I don't want to hear you talking about a dating app. You just don't like what she has to say. Yeah, Marseille, that's how it be. Yeah. Marseille say the women who are on dating apps are using the paywall to weed out the, yeah.
woman may state that she requires. You know, and I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer, okay, and it's the comparison, and when you're comparing yourself to,
I don't even understand. I don't even know what he's saying. He means nothing to me. I just don't understand why, if you want to date outside your race, or you like a group of women better, why must it be announced? Black man, why must y'all be show ponies at every single thing? Like, why do we need to know this about you? Just go. Look, I wish I had a hotline where I can call up all the Cuban women. They say y'all want them, so please come get them and take them, and don't bring them back. Don't. Please come get them. You go and be free. But what I do know is when those women start messing with black men, they have bad experiences. That's what we do now. And most of them become single moms. Yeah.
all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean,
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And there's no shade to women that have it. I'm just saying.
I was wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
Right.
So are we saying that Cuban women don't have BBLs?